Oh. What's up, good people? Let's get this thing started. Here we go. What's up, SJ? What's going on? Brandy, Tish. What's up, everybody? Come on in here. Come on in here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Good evening. Hello, hello. How everybody doing? Y'all here? I see you in here. Shalia. Beatrice. Lisa, Todd, Trinity, Brenda, Teresa, Thomas, Sylvia, Darlene. Yeah, we gonna get it in tonight, y'all. We gonna get it in. Y'all see that title I put on there? Yeah. Yeah, so tonight, everybody, we're gonna talk about the hottest word in the English language right now, which is entanglement. Hey, I appreciate y'all too. We're gonna talk about entanglement. But tonight we're gonna talk about entanglement. We're gonna talk about word salad, because really that's all it is, and narc speak. We're gonna talk about cues that narcs use and the way they, just different ways they communicate. Because a lot of times, they tell us the story if you know how to listen to them. Good evening, everybody. Come on in here. They really do. They talk to us and they tell us for real, they tell us what everything is going on with them. It's just all about learning how to speak their language. I think we should do a class. I think I'm gonna do a class on that. Just learning how to speak narc. But entanglement, I looked the word up. It's basically, like they said, a complicated, controversial relationship of some type, But we all know what it is. We have an idea what it means, right? So you hyped about it. That's good, because, yeah, it was up, Craig. So, today I'm dealing with, I made a video the other day. I made it about, the Jada and Will Smith situation. And, it was so much to cover in that. And this is the thing, people. I'm using that example for the purpose of just demonstrating, this is how narcs in everybody's lives work. This is how it works in everybody's life, First thing is, and I've been going back and forth with people about this, I really don't understand how we can justify, this is something that I got into about with a young lady. And it was about, her having this affair with this kid. And it was her son's friend. I just want to know from anybody that's watching this, anybody that, that has seen something like that before, how does it make somebody feel? How would it make you feel If your mother has sex with your friend, what does that do? But that's narc behavior. That's another behavior of a narcissist. They think that it's okay to have sex with anybody, especially people in your circle. Especially people in your circle. Nothing is off limits to a narc. No line that they won't cross. Man, it was so many things that I was looking at with this situation right here. I ain't lying. I was like, man, it's just too much material here, especially, when it comes to that. I want to talk about something with you guys, and this is something that you have to notice very, very early on. And this is how narcissists speak. She said at the beginning, she said, I told Will that no matter what, we're staying married. I don't care if, she said, I don't care if if you're on that side of the house with your new person and I'm on this side of the house with my person, we're staying married. All Will heard was, we're staying married. That's it. And usually when you're dealing with a narcissist, they make bold statements like that at the beginning of the relationship. You're not thinking she's actually going to try to move somebody in the house with y'all and having a relationship with somebody in the house, him or her. What's up, Tanya? Hey, but he's not going to. Will didn't think that, just like we did not think that. You didn't think that some of the things that the narc told you very early on, that you were going to that stuff was going to happen. You didn't think that. The for better or for worse, nobody's perfect. They have all kinds of cliches. Can you stand the rain? Anybody can stand it when it's good, but can you stand when it's bad? In the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, well, baby, as long as we're not disrespecting each other, we can make it through anything. What they're telling you from the very beginning is nobody's perfect. That means I'm not perfect. I'm going to do a whole lot of stuff that's going to disrespect you, going to undermine you. You're going to feel like trash when I'm finished with you. That's what that means. It means I'm going to lie, cheat, steal from you. I'm going to do everything to you. That's exactly what it means to a narcissist. When she told Will, listen, baby, we staying married. And that was a lie. I'm going to go into that before this is over. That was a lie. She really was just easing it in there saying, if you got to be on that side of the house, I'm on this side of the house, Thanks, Ramia. She's saying flat out, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. People, my thing is this. I'm about bringing awareness to narcissism, period. To me, that's what this is all about. Right now, Jada's in the hot seat. She did her thing. This is what we have. We have an example. My thing is, I want to be able to show everybody this is how they break you down. Because all of the stuff that Will and Jada are going through, have gone through, people, trust, you're going through the exact same situation. You're going through the exact same situation. No matter what, if you're dealing with a narcissist, it's pretty much all of them go to the same school. It's going to be the same kind of disrespect. It's going to be, with them, everything is going to be consistent. They have a consistency that I have not seen matched yet. Seriously, I haven't seen it matched yet. And it's like you can call it out. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm giving it to you guys like this. Yeah, and then we had this other debate about, Will. Will is not innocent in this at all. Not at all. But I'm gonna tell y'all, on the other side of this, what I'm gonna say about Will is, and I'm gonna say this based on having been in that exact same situation. It's my opinion that Will, he tried to do the honorable thing and stay in this entanglement because that's all he's really in himself, an entanglement. But he's just reaping the benefit of leaving his first wife for Jada in the first place. So Will, he's getting his back. For everybody that thinks that, you just got thrown in the trash and the new supply went on with this new person and they're rich and they're famous and they're happy. All of you people, everybody that's watching this video that thinks that your new supply went on, they're rich, they're famous, they're living the life, this Hollywood life, they're glamorous and everything else. Here's another example. Do y'all think that this couple is happy at all? Do you think that they've ever been happy? Ever been happy? They have 2 children. The first kid, Jaden, he left home at 15 years old. Who in the hell lets their child leave home at 15? I don't care how much money he makes. That tells you, and what child at 15 wants to leave home? It's so crystal clear, people. It is crystal clear when you look at it. The girl, Willow, she said, I was watching her thing. She was talking about how she after she did her little CD or whatever, she was cutting her wrist because this is the level of toxicity inside that house, people. This is the level. His ex-wife, she's the old supply, which is most of us, the old supply. People, this is what's going on. For all of y'all who going through it and you can't figure out, she's beautiful. His new person is beautiful, and they're rich, and they have everything, and they smiling on these pictures. They're on the red carpet and all that. Look where they are. When the truth came out, all of those years that you believe, and also let me back that up. For those who think that this hasn't been going on the whole time, I'm telling you, people, this kind of behavior don't just start one day because of, somebody woke up with an attitude. No. This behavior starts from the very beginning. And it just throughout the relationships, no matter how long it goes on, they're near the end of the road. I mean, they could say that they're together or whatever, but they're near the end of the road. I know how the movie ends. I've seen it before several times. I've lived that movie before. Will, it's done, champ. That relationship it's done. It's done, bro. You can't make that right there. You can't turn that into anything. And, I spoke about the covert, in Jada on this situation, but, so I'm going to just leave that be. Today, I just really want to speak about the word, the language, the way they reel you in. They get you from the beginning. They get you from the very beginning. And I want you guys to check out that red carpet thing. The red table where Jada tells him, she says, I remember telling Will, yeah, we staying together. And no matter if I got to be on this side of the house, you got to be on that side of the house with your person, that's how we doing it, but we staying together. Look at how happy Will was when she said that. Because in his mind, that was the reassurance. That was the future fake. But that was really his reassurance that we're going to be together. See, as an empath, we're looking at the future and how we're going to be together. We're going to be happy. Okay, as an empath, think about this, people. As an empath, you're willing to deal with some of that craziness as long as we stay in love, as long as we happy, as long as we get to be together. You're willing to deal with a whole lot of that craziness. So that's what the narc already knows about you. They know you want long-term relationships. You want to be in something that never ends. And as long as she, and this is the other thing, as long as your narc promises you first, as long as they promise you first that they want to be together forever, you don't question them after that. You don't question them. They're questioning you. This is how they spin that situation around on you. That's how they spin it. They're spinning the words. They're just playing games with words with you. Oh, yeah. Are you ready to be in the relationship forever? They're making all kinds of promises from the beginning, and they're not. They're telling you it's going to be problems now. You know, nobody's perfect. That's the kind of language I want y'all to look for when you're dealing with a new person, a new relationship. Look out for people that talk like that, because those are the people who are those are the narcissists right there. Those are the people who are they're telling you from the beginning, nobody's perfect. Think about it. If you're telling, hey, I ain't perfect, you're telling people, I got some stuff with me that you probably won't like. When you see it, you're probably not going to like it. Okay? So, again, you know, that was just one of the aspects, but that's one of the main things that gets you in. The narc starts out at the beginning with the future faking, and you're just all in. You know, you're just all in. They're making you believe that you don't have anything to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. A narcissist, I'm going to tell you another thing that a narcissist does. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have dealt with this, but I'm going to throw it out there. I want y'all to respond in the comments. Tell us how many of y'all that the narcissist said this to. Tell me how many of y'all have been with someone that said, promise me you'll never leave me. Promise me you'll never leave me. That's another one. That is a classic. Promise me you'll never leave me. Because my thing is, well, if we're in a great relationship, why would I leave you? Who's going to leave you? Why are we leaving each other? Why I gotta promise you I'm never going to leave you? That's when you should be asking the question, well, what's going to happen for me to leave you? That's how you got to learn to talk to a narcissist. Well, hold up. Well, what's going to happen that's going to make me want to leave you? Huh? Because everything with them is they're just trying to pull you in to that trauma bond. They're pulling you in for the trauma bond. You're thinking you're falling in love. You're not. They're pulling you into the trauma bond. And once they get that trauma bond tight, whoo, you ain't going nowhere for a long time, people. Once they set the trap for you and pull you into that trauma bond, people, they have been doing this for centuries. Right now, they just buck wild out here with it. You are not going anywhere when you're trauma bonded. That is the most painful, excruciating pain that you're dealing with when you're dealing with that trauma bond. Because it's not love. I know you telling each other that I love you. They're saying that they love you back. They're crying. They're giving you all this old fiddle-faddle, crazy lies. Lies is what they are. You're not in love with a narcissist, people. Because you don't get to have love without trust, without respect, without dignity. You don't get to have love. And if you're with a narcissist, you don't have any of those. You don't have trust. You don't have honor. You don't have respect. That does not exist in that relationship. None of them. Okay? That's how narcissists roll. It doesn't apply to them. Okay? So just looking at, the different roles and how they pull you in, how they mold you. When you become aware, and this is a thing that I've seen questions asked about, how do you protect yourself from that? Thanks, lovely peaches. How do you protect yourself from, when you meet a narcissist? That's why I'm telling y'all this. You got to do it from the very beginning. You got to catch a narc from the very beginning. Because once they have pulled you into that web, it's very difficult to get yourself out of it. Now, guys, if y'all watching these videos, watching mine, watching all of the other people's, then you're getting educated on what you should be looking for and the cues, the things that are going to cue you when you see them, so it'll help you back away. When your spirit is telling you to back away. Give the people some time. I've talked to a lot of people, and I'm always talking about relationships and stuff. And one thing that I noticed that we do in relationships is we're so in a hurry to get to the next relationship that we don't even get over the last relationship. Thaletta, thank you, Thaletta. We don't give ourselves time to get over the last relationship. And when you don't get over the last relationship, that means you didn't do any work on yourself. And when you don't do the work on yourself, guess what you're going to have? You're going to be right back in the exact same situation, people. You're going to be right back in the exact same situation because you're open. And you're open for a narc. You don't even have your defense up. You haven't did any studying for real. You haven't got it together. And it takes time. And I'm saying ladies, men alike, ladies and men. Fellas, you can't just keep running out here and think you're just going to run from this woman to that woman. And it's not going to work. It doesn't work with either one. And a lot of times we think that because we're intimate with somebody, okay, I feel for them. They're solid. We good. That's not a relationship, people. Intimacy is not a relationship. When you can have mental intimacy, okay, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Thanks, Ashanya. Appreciate you. But instead of us always running so fast into, we're running to the next relationship. And remember, you got people like Jada. Jada she's sitting in the cut. Jada already, she ain't stopped seeing that dude. She never stopped seeing that dude. She never stopped seeing him. A narc never gives up a supply. And when at the end of her little interview, you can see how she talked about how the kid, how he, he's a man, how the man, how she hadn't had contact with him for a while. She did not put a time limit on that. Her show is only 2 years old, right? So you can't say it was 4 years ago because he was on her show. Nah. But Curlo, appreciate you. Jada's still dealing with that guy. She's still dealing with other people. People, narcissism, and you don't even see it. That's the thing that gets all of us. You don't see it until you're back away. See, now y'all can look at her and you can say, oh, I can see, look at the eyes, look at her in her pictures. It doesn't look the same as that happy little couple that you thought they were a few years ago. Even though a few years ago, there was always rumors about them. Will had rumors about him too, though. He's not a saint. I ain't gonna paint that picture for him. He's not a saint in the situation. But at the same time, we here talking about the narc in that. He's a little narcissistic too, though. But, I'm saying, look at what's been done to the family, people. Those kids have been damn near destroyed. I mean, It's frightful. It's frightful. And people, that's one thing. I had to even look at myself, and hey, thanks, Ron Mac. Appreciate you. I had to look at myself when it comes to rearing a child in a home with a narcissist. People, honestly, you can only say, I didn't know what was going on for the first, I say maybe the first year. But if you're going year after year after year after year in an entanglement, because that's all it is with a narc, it's an entanglement. It's not a relationship. That's the new word we're going to use right there. If you're in an entanglement with a narc year after year, I gave you the first year. I gave myself the first year. After that, you're just as much at fault as the narc, because at that point, years into a situation, you know that the situation is bad. Your intuition, your spirit is telling you this situation is the worst case scenario. And you got children growing up in that chaos. You're just as much at fault. And I'm putting that on you because you're actually the only one who will do something about it, who can do something about it. A narc cannot change. You can at least change the environment by either taking yourself out or getting the narc out, one of the two. But it has to be a separation. It has to be a separation. You cannot stay with a narc. You cannot. Thanks, Yolanda. Appreciate you. You cannot stay with a narc. Okay? You cannot do it. It's going to be a trifling relationship, entanglement. It's going to be trifling. That's right. That's right, Tanya. Save these babies from that situation. And think about this, people. Their children, now, and I'm not saying this, and I'm not saying this to talk down about their children, because I look at their children, those are the true victims in the situation. Their children. Because their children got to live through this, people. And I'm saying your children, mine, they all have to live through this as well. They have to still grow up and go out here in this world and try to be productive and procreative, without being totally scorned. But, when you have a child in a situation like that, man, you gotta do the right thing. The narc is not gonna do the right thing. They're not gonna grow up and get it together. And if you can't leave that narc for yourself, and you have children with the narc, do it for your children. The children should not have to grow up in that toxic, poisonous environment. Jaden and Willow had to grow up in that hell. I know it was hell. A kid leaving home at 15. They tried to play it up like it's, like it wasn't what it was, but people, how many of y'all were 15 and wanted to leave home? Hey, thank you. I appreciate you too. I'm sorry I missed you. How many people really want to leave home at 15 years old? That tells you the level of chaos. So again, for everybody who thinks that this new relationship that they're in is so perfect and it's so great and they're taking pictures and they're this and they're that, they're with a narcissist, people. Hey, what's up, Tammy? They're with a narcissist. Okay? They're with a narc. You cannot have a happy life with a narc. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. This whole time we're watching these videos, we just watching word salad play itself all the way out. I'm gonna tell you though, again, I'm not letting Jada off. I'm not letting Jada off on this one thing. Out of all the stuff she did, if they had an open relationship, why y'all on TV talking about it? That don't even make sense. But when you put your children in that basket of, okay, your son brings his friend home, and you start an intimate relationship, you in love with his friend. And she ain't even woman enough to apologize. She's like, I'm in entanglement. It's entanglement. What you mean? I said it. Okay, I said it. Entanglement. Yeah. Will trying to play it off, but that dude feel terrible. He feels crazy. Will feels crazy. Lay, thank you, Lay. Appreciate you. Will feels crazy, y'all. He does. He feels like, man, I don't know how to do this. Edith from Cali. Thank you, Edith. But Will is in that situation and he just trying to figure it out. I don't see, and that's another thing, people. We think that because they have all this money and this influence and everything, that he has people around him that knows what he's going through, that can help pull him out of it. You're not, people, this is my thing that I'm going to push on every last one of y'all. You cannot use your logical mind with a narcissistic situation. You cannot do it. It does not work. Your mind will play games with you. Your mind is set up in a way where it makes sense out of everything. I don't care what you're dealing with. I don't care what you're in. Your mind is going to work in a way where you make sense out of everything. Will came on there and tried to make sense out of entanglement. Yeah, Jada, we were, I was done with your ass. But, we decided we were going to work this out. We went to counseling. That's your logical mind talking right there, people. Because his intuition, his heart, his spirit tell him the whole time, dude, you got to be crazy. That's why he made the initial statement, I was done with your ass. Because his heart would not let him stay in that pig pen. The bottom line is the pig pen analogy. Will walked in there to that pig pen. He walked into the pig pen. And he was like, I'm going to change, she a little rough around the edges. No, partner, she not a little rough around the edges. Jada is a whole monster. Okay, she a whole monster. She's not apologetic. Look at her deflection in the entire video. It's all about deflection. I had entanglement and, I'm going to keep wearing that word out because that's all you're in if you're with a narc. You're in an entanglement. That's it. That's a relationship with a monster. I'm redefining it, okay? That's a relationship with a monster, okay? With a demon, a devil. That's all it is. He went into the pig pen. He thought, baby, I'm worth $500 million. Come on, bring your mom and them on over to the house. I'm gonna clean y'all up. He took that pig out of her pig pen. Now look at them. Both of them smell like pig doo-doo. Both of them. Look at the children. People, look at the children. Look at their children. Willow in there cutting her wrists. All I'm saying is, people, with that kind of money, right? We're not saying that your household gonna be perfect. No one says that, whatever. But you're supposed to have love. That's something that doesn't cost anybody anything except for not being manipulative, not being abusive. Oh, wow. Yes, I want to talk about that one too, Pink Girl. I wanted to have Pink Girl on here tonight, y'all. We were supposed to do it, and my skills just couldn't put it together fast enough, but they're going to be on with me on Friday. But yeah, we keep on glorifying these toxic relationships, people. And one thing that we should really be looking at is superstar relationships are nothing that you actually want. Okay? Being somebody walking around, running around, pretending that you're happy, lying, cheating, and stealing from each other, stabbing each other in the back every occasion that you can. And then the media, lifts it up, oh, wow, they're reconciling, they're doing this, they're doing it for their marriage, and they're this, and they went to counseling, and why do you have to go to a third party while you're in your marriage, if you really love each other, you really respect each other, you can't sit down and just have a conversation? We're talking about somebody who claims you love each other, right? If you actually love each other, then you respect each other. Okay? And guess what, people? Anger doesn't make you just turn disrespectful if you have a respect. If you have self-respect, it doesn't turn you into a disrespectful monster. If you have self-respect. Okay? So if you're in a relationship, especially in a marriage, people, there are so many vices out here that married people have to go through. I was talking to a young lady earlier, and we were talking, she was telling me about a relationship that she was in with a gentleman. And the gentleman is deceased, but he was cheating on her with one woman. Well, it was several women, but one day he was with one woman. They were together, and another one of his other women slashed this other woman's tires. It was crazy. But anyway, it was like, wow, you guys are in a relationship, you live together. He's dealing with married women who are out busting tires. These married women live with their husband. I'm saying that to say, this is the place our relationships have gotten to. I don't want no parts in this craziness out here right now, man. I ain't lying. But, I mean, just looking back at it, it's just we live in a society that really, it seems like it promotes. It really seems like it seems like it promotes dysfunction in relationships. Like nobody knows how to just be straight up in a relationship anymore. Nobody knows how to actually love their partner anymore. Everything, we got to get a counselor. We got to go to counseling, and it's like every time I do something, let's go to counseling, baby. Forgive me. Forgiveness, I thought that forgiveness was for, when you make a mistake. And my thing, honestly, people, when you love somebody for real, when you really love them, why do they have to forgive you for cheating on them and doing them wrong and doing them dirty? Why are we at that place in society where that's abnormal to even think that you're going to have a relationship that doesn't involve craziness? People, help me understand that. Why are we in a society and we have embraced the fact that we're not going to respect one another? We're not going to stay devoted to one another. We're not going to tell the truth to one another. We're really not in love with one another. That's all it means. We're really not in love. Because love is a perfect gentleman. It's a perfect lady. It's trust. It's honor. It's respect. It's everything good. It's sunlight. Love is everything good. Love is not disrespect. It's not disrespect. It's not dishonor. It's not putting your partner down. It's all about embracing, helping one another, being a helpmate to one another. And it's like you're weird if you think like that. Think about people. I know I talk about it. I definitely talk about it. But honestly, man, it's sickening to know that you realistically shouldn't even expect loyalty if you marry somebody. That's what narcissism has done to relationships, people. That's what narcissism has done to relationships. It has shown us that no matter what, no matter how happy you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how many children you have, No matter what you're blessed to have out here, you can't just have that one thing that you want more than anything, and that's true happiness. That's what narcissism has done. Everything that Will and Jada had gone to, everything that they worked on, everything that I think that Will may have wanted in their life together, in this path together, their journey, at this point, he's looking at it like, how do I just control this craziness so that we don't look like the laughing stock? People, what does his son think about his mother who's having an affair with his friend? That's narcissism. That's what narcissism does to a home, people. That's what narcissism does to a home. Literally, that's what it does to a home. You thought you were going in that relationship to be happy and create a family, and you guys were going to ride to die for one another. And that narc, all they were thinking about was, I'm going to torture you. You are my next torture person. Whatever. That's all they were thinking about. They licking their chops, making promises they know that they will never keep. So you got to watch them from the very beginning, people. You've got to watch them from the very beginning. I'm going to tell y'all, like I said, Will can try to stay there as long as he wants, but that thing is dead. That entanglement is done. It's done. Right now, he's just fighting with his spirit. That's the fight right there. He's fighting with his spirit. His logical thinking is fighting with his spirit. They've gotten through it 1,000 times. Bruh. And the sick part is, watch, before this is all over, Jada's going to be the one who files for divorce. That's how a narc does. Because she has to control it. She's going to be the one that files. A narcissist has to control it. They want to control so she can say later on, well, because at the same time, remember, the media still has Jada looking like the victim in this. She still looks like the victim. Because, Will, everybody thinks that Will has all these women and Will's doing stuff and this and that. And he's trying to protect his name, but you'll see. Watch how it comes out. Like I said, people, for everybody that was thinking that still is thinking that your ex, the person that you got cut off by or you cut off, they look like they living this glamorous life somewhere else. Listen, it wasn't happening when they were with you. When you tell the truth about your situation to yourself, you weren't really in a beautiful place. You were in a place where you were getting abused. It just wasn't as bad. You got some good treatment too. So you felt like, okay, well, I get some good. I deal with the bad. As long as I get the good, right? That's a trauma bond, people. That's all that is. That's not a relationship. That's entanglement. That's entanglement. You were in an entanglement. That's all it is. I know it's difficult to get out, but we're going to help you out. Definitely going to help you out. Working on a program right now to help everybody get out of that. Because that's what we are out here right now. That's what we are right now. We're in a state where the frame of mind for couples and relationships around, not just in the country, but around the world is you get a little bit of happiness, you get happy moments, and you deal with years of torture, lies, deception. And again, people, when we're looking at these celebrity relationships, like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Bobby, Whitney, Will and Jada, whoever, man. Can we just put somebody on a pedestal that actually has a good relationship one time? Let's just put them up there once. Is there such a thing? There's such a thing. There are people out here who actually have great relationships, who have real relationships. But in my opinion, from what I've seen, the majority out here is everybody, most people are just lying and pretending. It looks good. It sounds good for, picture photo ops and stuff like that. But people, honestly, it's much more craziness out here than anything else, you know. But I wanted to touch on that with everybody today, talking about entanglement. Remember, if you're with a narc, you're in an entanglement. You're not in a marriage. You're not in a real relationship. It's an entanglement. That's it. Learn to treat it like that. Learn for the cues. Listen to what they're telling you, because they're telling you everything you need to hear. A lot of times we let things go over your head because you don't want to seem like you're playing them too serious, like you're, what? What did you say? You don't want to seem like you're being too serious. People, you need to be too serious, especially when you're meeting somebody new. Run the crazies away from you, okay? The person that's for you is for you. If you got to go past 100, 500 people to get to that one person that's for you, then you need to do that. Clear your life out. And this is another thing, guys. When you're trying to have a relationship out here, remember, you're looking, now let's just be honest with each other. You're looking for somebody who's done the work on themselves. They've done the work with their mind, body, soul, spirit, finances, everything. You're looking for a great catch, right? A lot of people are in entanglements. A lot of people are in entanglements trying to find Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. You're not going to do it. And you're not going to find that person because your vibration is not going to call that person to you, number one. Because you got this entanglement over here that's keeping your vibration low. You're looking for somebody on a high vibration, but this entanglement over here has you on a low vibration. Okay? Has you on a low vibration. So you're not going to meet that person. And think about it. If you're still with that person, if you're still with that entanglement, if you're still in it, what if you did go out here today or tomorrow and meet Mr. or Mrs. Right? Do you think that they would deal with you knowing you still are in a relationship with somebody? So you're not free to just be able to take advantage of meeting a great catch. You're not in position. You're not mentally ready. You're probably not physically ready. Your heart is not ready because you haven't done the work of this situation. You want to meet the right person? Do that work. You do the work. And if you do the work, guess what? If you know you're doing the work, you know that you become your best. Because I'm going back and forth with this with the ladies all the time. If you're doing the work, you're being your absolute best, then at that point you can demand the universe to send you right back. You can demand the universe to give you back what you're putting into it. And I would do that. You got to put that energy out there. You have to put that energy out there. Put that energy out there and demand the universe to give you what you deserve back. Demand it. And that's another way to make you be a better person as well, because if you're demanding something from the universe, then it's going to keep you from doing the wrong thing. It's going to keep you on a track where you're going to do the right thing because you're looking for the right person to come into your life to make everything the way you want it. You got to match what you're expecting. You have to be what you want out of the universe, people. You have to be that. You have to be that. So, again, We can't just walk around and say, okay, it's no good women out here. It's no good men out here. That's cliche. If you're doing the work, they are good. There are millions, billions of good people out here. Let's just do the work. So look, everybody, this has been fun for me today. I don't know how y'all day going. I'm hoping that I'm sending good energy, good vibrations out there to you. I want you guys to be able to deal with this narc. And I want you to be able to deal with whatever the situation is out here. You know, when you trying to go, when you're going back and forth with them and you want to know what to do and how to deal with the pain. I know that's the biggest one right there. So guys, this is what we're developing, a Zoom that we're putting together, and it's going to start within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to start advertising it on my page, but we're going to do a Zoom so that you can come right on and interact with all three of us. You can come right in there and interact and ask your questions, especially you, all of you that are in pain from whatever the situation is. You can come right in. You come right in the Zoom and ask the question. And I want you guys to be true to yourself. Be true to your situation. If you're in pain, just say it. I'm in pain. I want to know how to get out of it. You know, put us to the test. I look forward to it. Like I said, we're going to all be advertising it. Hey, thanks, Lori. Appreciate you. We're going to be doing that Friday night. Look here. All of y'all, all of you ladies, y'all got a date on Friday night. We going to happy hour with Harry Yo. I'm going to have some special guests in there this weekend, this Friday, and we going to cook this thing up. Yes, indeed. My girls Say No to Narcs and Pink Girl Teachers. We going in Friday night. We going to be dancing. Somebody might even sing. All right? We just going to have some fun. And we're going to talk about some issues. You know, that's right. Need the gentleman to stand up. The gentleman's standing up. But look, we're going to get out here. We're going to get it in. We're going to have a great time on Friday. Listen, I had a ball with y'all last Friday. Bring whatever you're sipping on. If you got some wine, if you're drinking water. You know, I'm drinking water with y'all this weekend because I really can't drink. I'll try something. I can sip slightly. Okay? Slightly. Even though I'm in my house, I might drink a beer or something. I might, you know, I'm going to do drink with you. I know how drinkers want somebody to drink with them. So have your drink. We have some music for y'all and everything. We're going to do a little two-step. All I got is a two-step, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got. And again, we're working on our first seminar, people. It's coming. It's coming. 2021, we're going to have our first seminar. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. All right. So, hey, look, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. All of you people that sent me a gift, fellas, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Before I go, anybody on here love themselves? Do you love you like I love me? I love me some me. I love me some me. Do you love you some you? Do you love you? There you go. There you, golly, there you go. There it is right there. There it is. I love me. Good God. Look at that, man. That is the most beautiful, man, that is the most beautiful thing anybody could ever look at. I promise y'all, this thing right here gets me every time I see it. It gets me every time I see it. Whoo! Good God. I love me some me. That's where we going, people. That's where we going. That's it. That's the cure. That's the cure all right there. I love me some me. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, y'all are that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Everybody, it's all you got to do is say, I love me on your keyboard. That's it. I love me. Say it. Can you give yourself a hug? Give yourself a hug. You gonna have that talk in the mirror? Anybody having that talk in the mirror? You gotta have that talk, people. If you did you wrong, you gotta make it right. Get that relationship with yourself right. You gotta get in that mirror and talk to that person in the mirror. That person that you have not been doing right. Give yourself a hug. I gave myself a hug. That's right. There we go, right there. Give yourself a hug. That's right. Give yourself a hug. Tell I love me. I love me. I love me. Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, y'all, again, I want to thank you. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. You feel all right? Don't that feel good? Don't that feel good? It feels good every time I say it. I love me. Yes. Yes. I ain't gonna write hug on you. That's real love. That's true love, people. That's why it feels so good. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that good energy. That's why it feels so good. Hey y'all, Friday, we are getting it in. We got a date Friday night. All right. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna be on time too. I'm gonna be on time for our date. All right, everybody. Thank you. Man, I'm sending happy feelings, happy vibes. I'm sending love. I'm sending a positive vibration to all of you. All of you. Everybody. Okay? I'm sending you nothing but love and positive energy. All I got. I'm going to give you all I got every time we get in here. Cool? Thank you. Peace. Chicken grease. That was corny. I know. I appreciate y'all. I thank you.